Hi family, this is your girl KORANTENG Queen Star, live on DTMTV, YouTube, via radio, Facebook, and DT Multimedia, TikTok.
Standing here.
You are welcome on MINDSCAPE once again. This is a show where we explore the complexities of human experiences, businesses, legacy, and health.
Nothing can catch you by surprise.
Before we dive into our show,
Figure out you want.
let's bring this short notice. If you have any other thing you want to do with us, being it an advert or anything,
You rock
just contact us and we are here for you. And secondly, we want your views, your opinions on our comment section,
you've got.
and it will be read on the next show.
We know that you made us.
Now let's dive into the story for today. This is a story of human traffic. Aisha's story is one of resilience. Brought home from the village to Accra at a very tender age, she was promised a job as a shopkeeper. Instead, she found herself trapped in a house, forced into domestic drudgery and exploitation by a woman who posed as a guardian. The woman controlled every aspect of Aisha's life, restricting her movement and contact. Aisha was responsible for the chores in the house because she was a younger and was supported by one of the other ladies who hid her periods from the woman for 2 good years. But afterwards, her pain during the period couldn't help her hide any longer. One day, Aisha's menstrual cycle caught up with her and she was struggled to hide it. The woman became suspicious and planned to add her to others for sex trade, but Aisha had secretly befriended a neighbor, Mrs. Yeboah, who noticed the situation. Mrs. Yeboah, a motherly figure, became quietly helping Aisha, providing food and advice. When Aisha's situation worsened, Mrs. Yeboah devised an escape plan. One night, under the cover of darkness, Aisha fled to Mrs. Yeboah's house. The next morning, Mrs. Yeboah took Aisha to a local NGO that specialized in trafficking cases. With their help, Aisha was safe and her trafficker was reported. This is indeed a very, very important story that we have to share. But before I bring on board my guest, one beautiful human here, then we'll have to summarize or break down the story before we bring our guest on board. So now the story is about a 9-year-old lady named Aisha who was brought from the village to the city, would say Accra, with the aim of she coming to help the woman at her shop as a shopkeeper or something. But it ended up something else. The girl has to come to the house, and because they realized she was a minor or very young, they decided to use her for the house chores and anything that goes on in the house till she gets to the age where they can now use her for whatever intention the woman brought her over. Now, this lady at 15 years started having her menses and got help from one of the ladies who were being used for the sex trade, and the lady protected her from the woman seeing whatever situation the lady was, and she was supporting this lady by buying her pads and some medicines to keep the lady to a point where the woman wouldn't notice the changes in her. Now, you know how painful menstrual cycles sometimes are. They did this for like 2 years and they couldn't stand it anymore. Now the lady has started showing this pains, like the pains has started showing her up, and the woman noticed it and started selling her to other people for this sex trade and stuff. fortunately for Aisha, Aisha met this pastor, but the pastor didn't have enough power to end this. So the pastor introduced Aisha to another woman who was more powerful, and now the woman was able to help this lady succeed from whatever situation that they brought on board, and has arrested the woman and has also freed the other ladies that were involved in the situation. Imagine you were in this situation. What would you have done? Now I'll bring on board my guest. I believe she's ready. She's ready to help us digest this issue. But before that, let me introduce her properly to you. One beautiful woman who is rocking this African prince.
Standing here,
This shows the love she has for Ghana.
knowing how we'll get through this.
She's one beautiful lady, mother. She's also having this motherly figure, and her name is Genevieve.
By surprise,
Did you hear the name Genevieve?
you watching us now.
So welcome this afternoon, Auntie Genevieve.
Thank you.
You're such a beautiful woman. I saw you today. I was like, no, this woman has a motherly figure, of course. In fact, even outside, we've shared amazing stories, amazing advices, and stuff. And I'm very pleased to have you here this afternoon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now, I believe you've heard the story.
I really heard it. Like, mete ya pa. Anya sa wante ma te
What's your bro so cry?
obiba.
Obiba o, auntie.
Eni put wodi o.
Any particular soon?
Work of obiba 9 years. Like 9 solid years. Onyini ye. What catch in the bush ya for? Then ma me say me pa chao me de boba akwa akra. Me pesa okobo ame. Na me ma na akọ school so. Like baby a try me so no gra na ye say shopkeeper at age 9.
It
Na-
happens.
Na o say ombeye shopkeeper emma wo. Hey,
It really happens because Ebiana Ohuni say you'll be schooling alongside Ebia open school. I know about na be store na no abua me ne ade ade. And Ebia be mama me ne de ne ba man and say oh sisadia any.
but Akosta before you be to us no. Me person me de enchia emma young life for
You have the opportunity.
because young life ye ekuo bi a nia omo ya ne say ye be boa enkola na omo nyindi wo Kristo sum and at the same time so no yesa edi ye mom enije sonko. You know, there are some kids that some youth that when they are growing up, like Aisha story, they don't get that motherly love, that kind of the love they need from their parents. They don't get it. But with young life, you be ma papa, you be ma we ni aje, because you will see all kinds of mothers being ready to hug you, to embrace you in your situation.
Okay.
And young life is doing the best of it. And you know, story ni na at age 9, like me dream ho kra na mente ase age 9 wakofo obi ba every village o de na ba o de ne ba ye nso no we hu so osama ejuma nti no o man house chores twitwi nkukuo mu
Bra.
sweep the room, do all the duties in the house. And aside eno no enkosi ho onyini ba kakra odu pempenso bi so a na afe ye be hya ase ama no efenizen role amana play
play. Say eno no ye the main reason why unti a ode akola ne buy no. But sisi ano akola ni sua. O de ne komo obi beka say mami o tiri mu odin. Nzo hu ne say no me de ne ko at this time mami ho be kire me.
into no age 15 no waso
Sa no no hu no. E bia na akola no so nyi no wanyi nkwala nyi.
na me question is consider me question is mami no owoba
Ene dia mean to be nchire.
na so owoba na se ne ba 15 years and it na on fa ne ba 15 years ni nginem
Eno bre ya nza na o.
nipa ne de wambre ono de we pain na ye femu no wan femu bi mami fobi susu no omo de ebo eh say me de nyame se yen ka no kore say ye me pa before oba be fa me ba me ye sure say agreement bi wo ho ebe ko it would have to be a pen and a paper.
Yeah, documented.
For future reference. Ochine bi dachi bi. Asemo ba me nye jina so. Na maka kire wo se ma me wo ba be fa me be yi. O ka kire me se obeko school. Enti no ade enti na me ba don go school. And I will make sure say every month biano once in a month meba besra meba and na say 3 times in the month meba behwe meba no meba behwe na pomodi ni didie mu the way osi live wo ho ni nyina eka ho bi enti se meba na me hu meba ni ya
you have a question
I am
to
sorry
answer.
You have a big question to answer. You have to tell me the reason why me bano, and I will make sure that before I will find a corner, I will have a picture. Yenye na including akola no even nyina betwa picture. Na se me bana ne baby atochi ma me hwe picture na ma hwe me bano. Me hwe picture na ma hwe me bano. Na afi ma ka kira wo say maame as me bana ne so ati. Mo mama no wanya de me de I don't think that I will encourage that.
And this is see ano dia me pese me wi ni say Auntie Genevieve den na be ma wo de wo ba akola wa tete no den na be ma wo de akola wa bre awo no ama obi se nipa no nko tete no den na be ba nti a be ma wo de wo ba
Quinsta e ade mienu.
Okay.
Either say or papa Ephraim ana say or papa ni ho ene bia maame no onye adwuma obi nso so ebia na oye adwuma but aketua na oje no enso ne mane nyina so mimi de mintimi enchwe se maame no eba dodo ben like how many children does this woman have, so to me chwe there but on a serious note me banyesa not at all
you bet you can say ebia mami or the nebale my esan say ne ma dosun na want to me sure
mo
and I say they be a single mother. There are certain kind of responsibilities we are own to me ma.
Yeah,
into no
yeah, into no who say opese ni bano obi hwe bi ma no.
Okay.
Na onu so nkai for no. So she can take time and take care of the others.
But also man kenya boni o wunim ne sa.
Enya boni
because there are some people that take care of in from bar. It ends well.
Of course.
We have such stories. I will be to me to say obi ba na akola na be nyia ye nipa kese ono so hwe na busia.
Ewo musa.
You the answer any animal sika for you.
na
Minimum be our adopting kwala bebre ba ko kran ye ne ba wo mu.
Kunsta na se me so metina obi nchen.
Mhm.
But ya nya me sa they were treating in color na sa no no so treating
you.
o mo me ti asese me won nchen me so me hu ne se oye me maame.
Okay.
Even that woman no can oye oye me mistress, me school mistress.
Okay.
Intimate na ne nchen ono no hwe me school komu bibia me ye bia no mame na ono na waye bibia till this time enye easy sa but waboa me edru baby na ontimi no ono si jeni maye sa mama we wie JHS sisi ade ko ho mame no papa ho kokoto aso ho ohun se baby edru no ontimi bie mu no o say ko ho mame no papa ho no monto aso because sisi we hu se sisi kakra eba omunsem sisi nkola ne nyina enyi edru pempen so bi
take it over.
yes into the way say nkanya bone by enye 15 years enye 9 years akola mami tirmo odin
Asemu
meme de nyame se yanka no kwese police ni bi po hanka me report no
Adam sisi ano mama no yache no na ma other ladies no so are free.
is because na other ladies no omo hu ne say omo boa small girl na omo hu bekom entin ebi enkoboa no ebi nsusu ebe boa no te say lady ba ko no wetu ne ho asi ho oto ni sanitary pad oto endro ne ma no si amame no ohun echire the woman will not have access, the woman will not be suspicious of what is going on.
Okay, so say na lady ni ye no kra na kire say o question of 15 years no waso no etumi ye possible because ebia na omususu no at that tender age ni start use exactly when they had their menarche and after their menses no any ye dey almost share sa na man nti ebia na omusu hu ni say no ono abaiwa na oboa ye nua bai no me hu ne say hu no in terms of no me ba say na de me ye at this age nti ne me so meboa we na ode esie ana hu ne say
lady na oboa no per se no metimi aka say lady no ono so maybe na sa age no mo de ne bai and waka entam say as long as I live I won't watch any child go through my pain. Ebi no we nya obi amana ntonefo but small girl ne dear she has been able to be there to see the small girl coming through and so ontimi nhwe na sa small girl no enkobre to said the way a obre ye ebi no nam ho no mu no we nya some health issues at that time into no ofemu na ebia because of no ofemu into no pese small girl no so be fame into no I would say it's a plus for lady no for helping a friend is saying small girl no Aisha because at the end of the day na oboa Aisha so boa no I didn't na make us say Aisha boa no oboa no in the sense say obi fufuro ebemu and nipa na obemu ye sofo no hwe ya Ghana de eso enuma ni bi wo ho no ma me nkwa mentimi nye I can't do it on my own. I don't have any idea about these things. So why don't we go to look for an NGO where we can take Aisha, report this case, and then I don't think that NGO no kwa de beshe omunsem. but they would definitely go further by visiting Dofsu, involving Dofsu into this situation. Into with that, you know, omo bemwa, and a police force so bebem. Omo bemwa na fe, they will arrest the woman.
Okay.
And I think it was good.
Good. Okay, so now let's look at the personalities. Zayen share personalities are appear in the story. The first person is a pastor. So now my question, when I heard the pastor's name, I was like, so was the pastor also going for this people and
Oh, Debbie, maybe I mean to me to born him so for no, because many me so for cry bida La Paz, and I'm a husband. Ye chemu, I think we went for a meeting. Yeah, but now me so for say Jenny and I said maybe feel say evangelism wow. And I'm say no problem, me I am ready. So we say me anything positive, me ta wachi. And in a chance here, we don't preach the word. All we say is Jesus love you. Na ye koye baby. Inti ne ebia so for no ono so kwa ka asempa na kire omo.
okay.
Odru ono mu na we hu little Aisha. Ohu little Aisha no say Debbie. Na little girl. Wo ye den wa ha. Wo be ye den wa ha. Adia sanka by this time then kasa se bre wada. Adia chi obeko school. Ena ebia Aisha ni na se na wan narrate story no atre no. Ena so for ne hu say with this I cannot do it alone. I have to involve the NGOs so they too can come in and also support. NGOs no me sure say almost so mobile they cannot do it on their own. And that is why Dofsu ewo ho. Inti no we involve Dofsu a Dofsu nsuso ebe involve the police. Now fe they will now take the issue into their hands.
Okay.
Because no omo anfa emrana anhye omo nsem. Ombe use all the channels no ebe ma maame no omo nsa ebe ka no. Enti se wo yo oba atan na wo tie mi a hunu se obaba oba be ma obi bana se ose me pe wo bana atena se me pe so obetena me nchen a dwindwin ho ansa. If possible pray about it. Ne bisa nipa no edin ni den ena mo kwa akoye ena wo pese me ba no onye ma wo edin ena me ba no obenya efiri mu. All these questions you have to ask. Documentations SSA ebemu. Do not take some things for granted because people are doing it.
Okay.
Say any friend you kwa koto amenemu anto so be di ni friend ni chi akoto amenemu. Debi. Obi use ni dynamics. Ususu look for your way of doing your style. Ebe suit all the issues. Ebusuafo no we should involve them. But sometimes ni ye ebusuafo no si nchen. Because ye feel say ya na ya wo ye ma. Ye yes enye fine.
Okay. Yeah, that was to be into Siciano. As I went to Ghana for area. So said that me when say what to a full, what to a full area. Say bibiara and I will be your about brabo mu say for Obama me and a funny person me see mammy no. I was say when you are famous there by at least investigating and then documenting everything before overtaking the next step now overtaking. Auntie Genevieve that was ye power if it's two ways so. There echo so pound. So for all you know, maybe there numerous people no mujina kwine who no also have their stories.
Of course.
You understand?
Of course.
So I just want you to, after this advice, just give a general advice on these issues. And any one advice be more yen no so a oma jiabato mo say juma we die omo be ye ni ye, no matter how. Because I sometimes you see some people, you be like, no, these people, they are not to stand here. And even some people are proud, some more sage man. So what advice do you have for Sankrofo we mu?
Me, my little advice, and say, Oshana baby, I want enya. Seek for solution. And seeking of the solution, no, find Bible count. God does everything. Into no say, Oshe, ye de wo ko ho. Na wo hwe na enya. Instantly that is a wusu. So dindindi, if possible, say ye get na obetimi afrafro. Say get na obetimi abomu abomu. Do anything in your power, because Aisha enya ne ti didi mu. Maye ndi na mfofo echi, maye ndi sika echi. Uti u village, unya eduane di, you are okay. Be there. Nyankopon ye wa adom. Na se time no, eso na se yese obeba akra. Baby obedi ye wo no, emfa ho. And to our young ladies, let's stop being greedy. Because auntie menu bano oba ekrana se no or the Benz ne ba ye means omo weska. Ofi ekrana se no hu no. Oba no the Benz ba ye bisa hu so many questions and sana. What to anamobi. And the parents too out there should be careful. Because yet no animu no mujina kwan no ho no. There was one woman ebisa ne se na maame utipen a we do u ye den wo kwan we hu. Osi o me ba ne pese osun adwuma nti no. Me ne be ma beda. Ansa na menye sika. Na me mfa no kotu adwuma mu na mato machine. It was sad. It was sad. Your Jenny number, your friend, and one fa. Into no, my sister, and you'll be Anna or pet sa abrabono. And I in society no so. The judgment is too much.
Too much.
We should minimize it. Na yam bomb. Obi pa wonchen ya. Omo ba wonchen ya. Ma yen empamon omo. Yen ji omo. Omo mbeka omo asem akere wo. Na yen so ya to omo fo. Let's not discriminate as Ghanaians.
Okay. Thank you very much. So the little advice I am going to add up is yemma yenin ko yen kwala no ho ye pa. When you call bane ho a that you be di if you say you don't know how this child is going to be, who he or she is going to be. One thing auntie said, she said that so the ubabe mo be and making sure say no ni pemwa and everything will be documented. And there's going to be investigations before she gives out her child to anybody else. Because you don't know who you are leaving your child for. You don't know the intentions of the person. Now, before we leave the show, Auntie, say or shout out B in Chiabi and Franco and Sana.
Okay. Greetings to my lovely mother. Mommy. Me mommy Monica. Auntie Monica papa bi. Me sinchi ankomma no. And me papa Mr. Tamaklu. and to me cosmates ni me now for both in Young Life Church of Mercy Gate Family Chapel.
Okay.
Yeah, me chio mo nyina me da mo nyina ase for the wonderful things they are still doing in my life and the roles they are still playing. I really love all of them.
Thank you very much.
I don't know.
And I'm also saying shout out to Boss Kweku Daniel, the papa of this house,
Hey, I call you my maker.
the background of this house,
Tomato,
Reverend Daniel Kweku.
I call you my deliverer.
God bless you for the good job you are doing. And I'll not forget my mother as well.
Thank you, Jesus.
Janet Bod, wherever you are, a big shout out to you. And on this note, I also urge the comments of our lovely viewers and lovely followers to bring your comments on board, and we are going to be reading it to advise someone. Maybe your comment is going to be an advocate or something to bring someone who is shattered up. So we really urge you to bring your comments for us to read. Thank you very much. As I say bye bye to you all. We love you so much. Bye bye.
You are the one. Oh.